At this point in our journey, we were staying in a place just outside of Galway. Our plan for the day was to do the Sky Road Loop, which goes around the west side of Connemara. The loop itself takes a little more than an hour to do. However, with all the stop-ops, you'll be spending much of the day on it if you want to see as much as you can. Our first stop on the day was Clifden Castle, which is located near the beginning of the Sky Road Loop. We're now taking the path to get to Clifden Castle. It'll take about 25 minutes. This is a sprawling estate of more than 17,000 acres. It's actually not a medieval castle, but rather a Gothic Revival style one, which was built around 1818 by John Darcy. Clifden Castle was not traditional. It was not a defensive structure as most medieval castles were, but instead it was made to show status, including pointed arches, turrets, and battlements, mostly for show rather than for practical purposes. Darcy's son inherited the castle, and it was successful for a time. However, during the Great Famine, most of the tenants couldn't pay their rent, income collapsed, and the estate went bankrupt by about 1850. During the 20th century, the castle changed hands many times and eventually fell into ruin. The walk to get to Clifden Castle takes about 20 minutes, as it is a fair distance in from the parking area, but it's a beautiful spot and it's well worth the walk.
Looks like a three-story building.
If you go behind the castle, a short distance away you can find some other ruins, including a walled garden and a barnyard. Looks like there's another ruin over there.
You see another room?
Part of the charm of the Sky Road is the road itself and the views you'll get as you drive along. There are a number of viewpoints where you can stop off and have a look at the panorama around. Going to Eyrephort Beach at the tip of the Connemara area. We're on the Sky Loop right now, and it's a very narrow way to this beach, but we'll be there soon. Our next stop was Eyrephort Beach. To get there, you have to go off the main road and take a very narrow route to get to the beach. However, once you arrive, the views are worth it. The beach was not overcrowded when we visited, and it has some beautiful views and the water is crystal clear. It's a little bit too cold for swimming. However, you could go in if you really wanted to.
Who are these crabs?
For our last main spot of the day, we visited the Cleggan Cliffs. The cliffs are located a little bit north and off the main Sky Road. You do have to take a long drive to get there, and it is very narrow, but it wasn't very busy when we visited, and we had little trouble getting to it. Parking is just along the side of the road, and then from there it's a short walk up to the cliffs. And we're now on our way to the Cleggan Cliffs, our last stop today. A little bit of a walk to get there, and you can see them as Kim's showing in the distance. The cliffs are ahead. It was a bit of a walk to reach the Cleggan Cliffs, but the viewpoint was worth it. We could see out into the Atlantic as well as the neighboring islands. They're located a little bit off the main Sky Road loop, but we feel that the Cleggan Cliffs were well worth the detour. On the way back from the Cleggan Cliffs, we ran into these two sheep. They wanted to use the main path, but didn't want to get too close to us, so they kind of went around us, but then kept going on. With so many sheep along the hiking trails, you do have to watch out for the things they leave behind. In the next video, we'll learn more about Ireland's difficult past as we make our way north towards County Mayo.